Hi guys, I'm Tash. I'm part of the Welllness team, and today I'm here with Giorgia. I've said it
Yes,
wrong,
that's
haven't I?
right.
Okay,
That's
cool.
right. Giorgia.
Hi. Perfect.
Hi,
So,
Tash.
yeah. So you are a specialist in tension and stress relieving exercises.
Yes, that's
So,
right.
do you want to tell us a bit about that for a start? What even is that if no one knows?
Okay, fantastic. So it's based on the idea that tension, stress, and anxiety, they're not only psychological, but also physical. So for example, when you feel stressed, you have pain in the shoulders, in the lower back, your jaw is tense, teeth grinding, problem to sleep. And so it's basically a method that it triggers a natural shaking mechanism that we all have in our body, but not many people know about it. And through the shaking, the body releases the muscle tension, but also the nervous system calms down and it resets. It's a method that was designed by David Berceli, and it's based on a sequence of 7 exercises that they work from the feet all the way up to the hips. And the last exercise is the one that triggers the shaking mechanism.
Cool. And that makes me think of my dogs.
Yeah.
They shake things off, don't they?
Yeah.
I don't know about babies, but yeah, I remember one time I was walking with my dogs and there was a big construction site and something banged and both of them literally darted off and then they shaked off, then they carried on walking. So
Yeah.
it is just the shaking off that stress, I guess, not holding it within the body that can manifest as disease and illness, I guess.
Yeah, so basically, yeah, it's something that we do share with the mammals as well, and it's the response to going into a fight or flight or freeze response. So once you go into a threatening scenario, for example, the construction site for your dogs, then they shook off because they got scared of it. They release adrenaline and cortisol, and then after that they released the chemicals by having a little shake. So we don't do that as people because it doesn't look good for society to shake, and it's a form of lack of control. It's a form of a weakness, something fearful. And so we hold all of that inside of us. So basically, I teach to women how to shake for their own well-being.
Okay, so specifically women.
No, in my case, I work with women, but we all have it, and so everybody can learn it, essentially. I used it during my pregnancy, birth, and postpartum for supporting my body going through the stages. So I teach TRE for that, but also I'll teach it as a form of relaxation, as a technique to relax. And I like to work with moms in particular because I'm a mom myself and I know how stressful that can be. But I also work with women that have gone through so traumatic experiences like domestic abuse or sexual abuse as well.
Yeah.
And that can really help them to come back into their body and release what they have experienced in forms of muscle tension or also emotional. Yeah.
How do we know who benefits the most? In is it people that do just generally feel quite stressed, like you said, someone who's going through the different changes as a woman, or how does it even like manifest? You've got a lot of anxiety, you'd really benefit, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I think everybody can actually benefit from it because we all have it within us. It's that's the beauty of it, that it's something that we have, and it's your body's way of becoming more resilient by using it. Does that make sense? And so I can't tell when I have a client, I can't tell actually what is going to happen to the client because we all experience it in a different way. And the tremoring is always, so the tremoring in itself is always different.
Okay.
In every session.
Yeah.
And also the benefits that can be different. So I can give an idea of what sort of benefits they can get, but I can't promise anything, which is not a selling point.
So what would people be what would they expect? So they're coming to you, they're having this this experience with you. What would they expect?
So you can expect to sleep. The majority of the people that I work with, they sleep much better at night. Some of them, they really struggle for years not with sleep. And after having a TRE session, they have a good night's sleep, a full night of good sleep. And I think that's an amazing thing. Some of them, they access memories that they couldn't access before. Some of them, they have less pain in the lower back, in the pelvis, shoulders, neck and head. They feel much more calm and relaxed. They feel much better in their body and more comfortable and also confident in themselves. So yeah, there are many. And also it's a way of, so you can see it as, because the core principles of TRE are about grounding and as well as that self-regulation. You can see it as a meditation in movement, for example. You're coming back to your body, you're being present with it. And so you're feeling much more reconnected with yourself. And when you feel connected with yourself and safe within your body, then you have much more energy to deal with the rest of the stuff that is happening in your life. And that the relationship with other people improve as well.
Ripple
with your
effect
family
there.
and the community. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it always physical? So any sessions that you have with them, there be a physical release with shaking and things? It's not like a meditative thing where someone sits still, anything like that. It's more of a physical thing?
Yeah. So the sessions start, normally I'll do a grounding exercise to land in the space. And we have these 7 exercises that are very simple. That can be modified depending on the person's needs. And then the last and they're all standing up. The last exercise is on the floor, and you lie in butterfly position with the knees out, and then you bring the knee. And then when you bring the knees in, that creates tension in the abductors, and that's generally where the tremoring starts, in between inside of your legs. And I'll guide them through it, but then they bring the knees in until when the tremor starts. And then they find themselves in semi-supine position, which is the most comfortable position in which to shake. And yeah, so it's all movement. Sometimes the tremoring, they start and they stop on their own, but also because they're involuntary, that doesn't mean that they're not in control of them. I'll teach them how to start it and how to stop it and how to take
to feel calm. So they don't feel out of control with it. Okay, that's perfect.
So sorry.
No,
so
I was just gonna say, go on, there you go.
Yeah, so my role is basically creating a safe container for and being present.
100%, and guiding them, and they do trust you that they can release, their body can release. So where are you based? Where do you do this?
Right, so I live in Loo in Cornwall, but I also do that. So I'll do that from home. I have a studio here, but I also do it online.
And you do it online? Okay, that's amazing. That's really good.
Yeah, you can teach it online, which is great.
Okay, perfect. Is there anything else that you feel like people should know or they should expect, or anything else that you'd like to add about the practice?
Okay, so the tremoring is like, it feels like, let's say you have to do a talk on Zoom and you feel a bit nervous and your hands are shaking a little bit. Or you're a child on this Christmas day and you're excited about opening presents. Or you fell off a bike, you just had an accident and you come out of it and you feel a bit shaky. That's exactly the mechanism that I'm talking about.
That we suppress a lot of time, don't we?
Yeah, exactly.
And push down, but it's all within us.
Yeah, it's all within us. And then, so the tremoring is the shaking part of it is, so the session is basically, I'll say 40 minutes of the exercises, then 15 minutes of the shaking time, and then it ends with 10 minutes to 15 minutes of relaxation at the end. The first session is generally to see whether the person resonates with the practice and likes the practice. And I also offer a 4-session package where they can, and I feel like with 4 sessions, they can learn TRE and then they're able to do that on their own. So the beauty of it is not like counseling that you need to come back to the practitioner, but once you learn it and you feel comfortable with the experience, then you can do that on your own whenever you want to, which I find amazing as a ethos.
Yeah, because you give them all the tools they need and you do yourself out of a role for the benefit of others because you give them everything they need. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah. Okay, well, thank you so much. Thank you for your time. And if you resonate with this, then you can find Giorgia. I'm so sorry.
That's fine.
I'm so bad at names. On our platform and all of the amazing experiences that she offers. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Tash. It was good to speak to you.
You too.
Ciao.